Attention a go-go, everyone! Hope you're having a great time. Kyle here, back with another episode of Create a Character, the series where you become the final boss. And in this episode, I'm going to go through a workout that what I would essentially call full Cowl training. So I know I've kind of gone and talked about full Cowl before from My Hero Academia, but this time around, I kind of got inspired to show off a deadlift workout I do. So it's going to be a mix of basically aerobic and also cardiovascular training. I like to have a good balance of both because both are important for their own purposes. So cardiovascular training, good for basically lung expansion and just having good endurance overall and blood flow delivery, what have you. And aerobic training is essentially your muscular training, but basically without resting. So I did that or use deadlifts as my aerobic muscular exercises, and I'll explain that when I get to it. But I started here with basically cardiovascular training. So my local gym, there's a hill located on the side, so where I would do basically wind sprints for a duration of time. So I'd set a timer for about 10 to 12 minutes, and I would essentially run the hill to the top and then walk back down. There's a length enough to where I can walk back down the hill and essentially have enough time to kind of catch my wind, but not entirely. And oh, by the way, I guess on another note, I'm doing this in another format, not the camera in camera this time. If you prefer that, just let me know. If not, just say so, either one. But I'm just trying it out for now. Anyway, back on track. Giving myself enough time to kind of get my wind back, but also push myself a little bit to where I have to kind of challenge myself going back up the hill. As soon as I get to the bottom, instantly switch around, hit the hill. And this can be done basically anywhere. It doesn't necessarily have to be a hill. I just wanted to give it a challenge of the added leg workout that I would do afterwards. And these videos I have synced are basically from different days. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time or, I guess, battery power to film both within the same day. But what I would essentially do is these in the same day. This whole thing would take maybe about an hour and a half to 2 hours to complete fully. So I think I kind of like basically putting both of these together, wind sprints and deadlifts together, or legs actually in general, is because you get the light kind of muscular training of what sprints do. Not only are they great for basically endurance, and I kind of prefer that as opposed to long jogs. I just feel like they're a little bit more inclusive. But basically, it preps you for the leg workout at hand. Gets a good amount of basically blood flow, stretching, and prior to that, yeah, it's just a really good way to get things started. So you're good and warmed up, and also you're good and tired, so you're gonna be plenty challenged enough with the workout ahead. So in this part where I had deadlifts, I would start basically a pyramid form. So I would start with 135, and then incline to what I think I went up to 4 plates with this one. I usually try not to go incredibly heavy all the time when I do deadlifts, just because it's not really good to do really heavy weight when it comes to compound movements. Even with compound movements, you don't want to go super heavy just because it puts so much strain on your body. So I kind of limit it to maybe every 3 weeks or so. But most of the time, I kind of do a workout like this. So I'd say that's the more importance of doing this. This has more results than I'd say one heavy lifting session. So you have to use them both equally. Anyway, without resting too long, I would get 135, do about 10, or excuse me, I'd go to about 15 and then switch down to 10, and then as the weight increases, my reps would go down, but that pyramid decline would continue. So I would have 2, and then instead maybe 15, I might start at 12 and then go down by 2s instead of maybe 5. And then basically as I go higher, like up to 4 plates, I might only get 1 or 2, but I'm going to essentially give myself a little less rest to kind of compensate for the lower basically rep range. So honestly, I just want to continuously move and that's going to basically have the better impact of not only cardio work, because I'm pretty gassed by the end of this. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that little short segment. Not entirely long, but it gives you a good example of basically the use of cardiovascular and aerobic training into one kind of workout. So even though it's kind of one exercise I'm doing as far as weightlifting and then cardio, both of them included together can make for a really good training segment. I kind of, like I said, I kind of get these ideas through shows, like I said, but mostly through wrestling, which I think I've talked about that more than once. I'm going to have to do a creative character based around wrestling characters, because the main basically criterion, I say basically a lot, I know I do. The main criteria of those are basically strength and cardio. Cardio basically to run the ropes, etc., do the moves, go through the motions, but also spinning this pile driver, running Jaguar Bomb, Instinct Shining Wizard, somebody, your Zangiefs, your Armikas, anyway. Or if you just want to be like Deku and charge through your whole body, motion, start from the legs up. Because essentially that's what a deadlift is you start from the legs down, power up to the whole body, and spread the power equally, so you can basically hoist up that large weight. Before I get on or too much of a skew, I'm gonna chime out, guys. Let me know if you enjoy the in-camera format or just narration from behind the scenes. I will be back with the next episode, create a character or any other content for this channel. Please subscribe if you like to. But I appreciate anybody who takes a look at my video. I will see you next time. You take care, guys. Deuces.